Hello, and welcome again to Glass with a Class. I'm glad to see you, and I hope you're glad to be here. Today we'll see more lovely glass and get a quick English lesson. So come on in and let's get started. Today we're looking at different candy dishes. I just love a pretty glass candy dish, don't you? We have several here. Let me tell you about them. First we have a crystal block optic from Hocking Glass Company. This pattern was made from 1929 to 1933. It's sort of small, but it holds my Brazil nuts nicely, don't you think? Most of the block optic that I have is green, but this one is what they call crystal because it's clear. This one is Fortune. It's pink and was made by the Hocking Glass Company. The pattern was produced from 1937 to 1938, a short time, but pieces can still be found. This one is Old Cafe from Hocking Glass Company, made in 1936 to 1940. Notice that the bottom is clear and the lid is red. And that's how it's pictured in my Jean Florence book. I keep pecans in this one, and I munch on them often. I live in pecan country and have a friend who has a pecan orchard here, so I can get fresh pecans often. Here is floral, sometimes called poinsettia, because of the flowers all around that look like that beautiful red Christmas flower. It's from the GWAC Glass Company. This one is in pink, and this pattern was produced from 1931 to 1935. I don't know if you can see the pretty poinsettias on there or not. They are pretty. Okay. The next one is one of the larger ones. It comes from Hocking Glass Company, and it's in pink in their Mayfair pattern, also known as Open Rose. It's sometimes confused with Hocking's Princess Candy Dish. And here's why, one of the reasons. Look, the lids are almost identical, except for the pattern, which you probably can't see, but it's there. These little things look the same. Okay, Princess and Mayfair are shaped very much alike, and their lids are very much alike. I don't have a Princess bottom, or I'd show you that. In fact, if you look at one of the popular online auction sites, Mayfair is many times listed as Princess. You have to be really careful. That's where the Jean Florence books come in handy. And books by other glass experts too. I'm just partial to the Jean Florence books. Here's another crystal one called Iris from the GWAC Glass Company, made from 1928 to 1932. It was then made again in the 1950s and 1970s. It's also known as iris and herringbone. I love the shape of this one. And then our last one is Crackle by L.E. Smith. I think this is probably from the 1930s. I don't know exactly. One thing you might notice right off the bat is that depression glass candy dishes came in different shapes and sizes, which is one thing I like about them because besides the different colors. I tend to have a lot of crystal, pink, and green, but they came in a wide variety of colors. Did you enjoy seeing the different candy dishes? I really love them and hope to get more on down the line. Well now, let's look at our little English lesson today. We're talking about rather and whether. Sometimes people will confuse these words when trying to decide if they're to do one thing or another. Like sometimes they'll say, I don't know whether it's green or blue. Actually, what they mean is, I don't know whether it's green or blue. It's easy to mix them up, especially if you've never seen them in writing or you've heard it one way all your life. Also, rather is used to indicate one's preference in a matter like this. I would rather sleep than eat. Whether can be used to introduce an alternative like this. We should find out whether the store is open. Well, I found the word rather in the Bible in Psalm 118, verse 9, which says, "It is good to hope in the Lord rather than to hope in leaders." Well, I hope you enjoyed today's video and will join us next time to enjoy some pretty glass and a tiny English lesson. God bless you and yours. Bye-bye.